through a few things very quickly, just in case some of you have never seen Mac OS X. As you know, you can move windows around real time, not just the outlines. They resize real time, as you've seen before. And one of the things that has really worked out well has been Sheets. As you know, in Mac OS today, when the OS wants to tell you something, it throws up a panel which can get disconnected from the window that it applies to. It gets very strange when you start to work on many applications at once and you don't know which window the panel applies to. We've gone to what we call Sheets. When the OS wants to interact with you on a document basis, it throws up a sheet, and you can interact with it, in this case, a save panel. Very simple. When your window gets very small, it goes like this. And as you can see, it even moves away from the side if you're too close to the edge. Okay? Very, very simple. And I guess Sheets also illustrates something we're trying to do with Mac OS X that's really important to us. To make it more powerful, yet at the same time easier to use. And that's a tall order to do both of those at the same time. So here we have a save panel that's the simplest save panel you've ever seen. You name the document, and you pop down a list, and you tell it where you want to save it. Couldn't be simpler. But what if where you want to save it isn't in this list? Well, in that case, the advanced user just pops this up, and they can traverse the whole file system right here, and say they want to put it here, they want to put it in documents, and they just add to, they can, anywhere else in the file system they want to go. They can add anything to favorites as well, or replace a favorite, and very, very simple. So we have complexity, and we have simplicity built into the OS at the same time. Now, we also have the dock down here. And the dock, as you know, is a great place to put applications, and it's a great place to put documents. So, as an example, I can grab some more apps and drag them down into the dock. And as you know, you can see the dock just shrinks as we add more to it. I can also minimize things into the dock. Right now on the Mac OS, when you minimize things, it's not the perfect experience to get that window shade. It kind of clutters up your screen. Here, again, things minimize right into the dock. I'll get another picture up. And again, just minimize them right into the dock. They come up right where you left them. If you've never seen this in slow-mo before, let me just show you in slow-mo so you can see the production value of which this happens at. It's pretty wonderful. Okay. Now, one other thing that the dock allows for us to do is we can set its size. So I'll go to System Preferences here, and I can set the dock size to be as large as it can be, or I can even set it to be smaller. So at a maximum, it will be this size. But when the dock gets small, if I want to grab something really fast, it might be hard to see, so I can turn on magnification, just like this. Right? Isn't that nice? And I can even hide the dock if I don't want to see it, and when I bring it up, it'll just come up when I move to the bottom of the screen like this. Very simple, very unobtrusive. It's pretty wonderful. Okay. That is the dock. Now, what I'm going to do now is bring up a QuickTime Movie and just show you one other fun thing about the dock. This is a movie trailer here. I'll just bop into where we get a little action. Watch this.
The story of a warrior.
See anything?
The woman he loved. A daring outlaw.
The dock has become very active.
And a princess destined to become a warrior.
So, the dock has become a very active place where applications can even go as far as play movies. They can show status, they can communicate with you in any way that they choose. All right. Now, let's get into some of the fun new stuff. I am going to take a folder, and what I think I'm going to do is go to my home directory here and take my Pictures folder, and I'm going to move it down into the dock. Now, normally I can go down into the dock, and I can click on this and see my Pictures folder. Really fast way to get to folders. But we've added something new based on people's feedback of wanting the functionality of the Apple menu. I can go down here and click and hold, and get a pop-up of everything in that folder. Okay? I can even go to Applications and get a click and get all my documents. Boom. There we go. So everything I've got in here, I can have multiple folders and drag stuff out. Well, how far does this go? Well, let me show you the ultimate. I can drag my hard disk down here. Right? I'll put it over here. That's my hard disk. I can go to Users, Avi, Pictures, bring up a picture. All righty. Thank you for these suggestions. They came from our users. Now, we've taken the Apple menu that used to be in the center of the screen, and we've moved it over to the left where it was. But we've changed it a bit. You know, right now when people think of Mac OS, they think of the Finder, don't they? Because you have to go to the Finder to do everything. You have to go to the Finder to even sleep, as an example, to quit. Everything's done through the Finder. And we see the Finder as just another app. You know, there may be multiple Finders someday. Some beginners may never even use the Finder. With email, you don't have to go to the Finder to find your email, right? So documents can manage their own files and present them to users in much more intuitive ways than a file system. And so we're going to be moving in that direction over time. And to take the first step, we've taken out a few of the features that you always have to go to the Finder to get. Like when you're in an application and you want to go to sleep or you want to quit or you want to log out, all you have to do now is go to the Apple menu. And we've got sleep, restart, shutdown, and log out from anywhere in the system. You no longer have to go back to the Finder. We all recent items, of course, right here, all your recent items, documents, applications, etc. We've moved the location manager up here, so you have all your locations right here, if you've got multiple locations set up. And you can turn magnification and auto hide for the dock off and on, as well as get dock preferences or system preferences right from the menu up here. So that's the new Apple menu. New font panel. We got a lot of feedback that the font panel was too big. Well, one of the things we've done in the font panel is we've gone out and licensed some incredible new fonts. And as you know, we have collections of fonts. So we have some fun modern fonts here, copperplate. And you'll notice things, of course, in the font panel, change documents in real time. Whoops, a little too big there. Change documents in real time. Helvetica, Futura, copperplate, Dito. We've got some great classics here, Caslon, you know, Gil Sans, and some fun fonts as well. Really great stuff here. Now, about the font panel, back to that. So we've made the font panel, so if you shrink it down, look what happens. You just get pop-ups, and you can even get rid of collections to where your font panel is very, very small, and you can leave it up all the time and do whatever you want with it. So that's the font panel. Last but not least, toolbars. We got a lot of feedback that the toolbars on the Finder and the other apps were just too big. We've made them dramatically smaller, as you can see here on the Finder. But we also got a lot of feedback that people wanted a status bar. We've allowed you to add a status bar here, show number of items, show how much space you have left on the disk if you want. So you can show and hide that. But the biggest piece of feedback we got was that different users wanted different things on the toolbars, whether it be in the Finder or Mail or Preferences, etc. And so we've made them all customizable. So you can go in and you can say, customize the toolbar, and we'll give you a range of things you might want to do here. I want to bring my movies up here. I want to bring the path up here. I want to move this over here. And maybe I'll bring music up here too, right? I'll even put customize up there. And I can view things as icon and text, or I can view them as icon only, or I can even view them as text only if I wanted to, but I like both. And so here's my new toolbar. And again, I've got my views right here, and I've also got my path right here if I want to get back anywhere, right? And of course, I can even go customize right from here. So I've got everything I want right there. And of course, I can And of course, I can even hide my toolbar, right? But we've got something Even more fun. We got a lot of feedback that people love the new Finder, but some of them also love the old Finder. So let me go back here, back to computer, and let me navigate here to users, and I'm going to go into Avi again, and I'm going to go into pictures, and I'm going to open a picture. Now this is how the Finder works in macOS 10, and it doesn't litter your screen with a lot of windows. But if you want to litter your screen with a lot of windows, I'll just open it from the hard disk here. Whenever the toolbar is closed and you click on something, it spawns a window. And so you can have it any way you want it. If you want it to work exactly like the old Finder, you got it. Okay. So that is macOS 10. Again, to review, new Apple menu, a lot of stuff on preferences, recent items, the ability to instantly go to sleep or log out from anywhere in the system. The dock, pop-up menus right off the folders and off applications listing all the open documents. The new toolbars, dramatically smaller, completely configurizable, customizable, and even hideable to where the windows work just like they did in macOS 9, spawning windows every time you go down a level. This is some of the features we've added to macOS 10.